If you're a musician making music in a home studio, or you're a bassist looking for a new bass, you should probably know about this bass. Welcome back to the Band Guide. I'm your band guy, Colin, and today we are taking a look at the Michael Kelly Vintage Element 4 bass. Michael Kelly was kind enough to send this bass over, but they did not ask specifically for a review video. There's no money exchanging hands or anything like that. And honestly, if I didn't think it was a great bass, I wouldn't be sharing it with you on this channel. I would have just sent it back to them. This is a really cool bass, and I'm really excited to share it with you because I think it's a great value bass. I don't know of anything at this price point that's this good. And I think that if you go lower than this, you're going to always feel like you need to upgrade. And I think if you go higher than this, it just doesn't make a lot of sense for most people. It sits at a really great price point, and the quality of it exceeds well beyond what I'd expect at this price point. So this is the Vintage Element 4. As I said, Michael Kelly sent it on over for us. But as you probably know, if you've seen any of my other content on this channel, I'm primarily a drummer and a producer. So I brought in my resident tone expert, Benji, who can get really in depth on this instrument and explain everything going on with it, how you can use it to serve your music. And I'll be back at the end to give you my final thoughts. Let's go and jump into the review with Benji.
Hey, how's it going? My name is Benji, and today we are here to look at the Vintage Element 4 bass from Michael Kelly. This is a really cool bass with a lot of cool things to talk about, so I'm going to jump right on into it. This bass comes with a maple neck, and it has a really cool finish to it. It's a very matte kind of wax finish, if you're familiar with those. It's very comfortable to play, and if you're prone to sweaty hands, it's going to be a lot easier to play for extended periods of time because it's not going to gunk up on a slippery neck. It is attached to an alder body with what they call a zebra top, and it has two jazz bass styled pickups, and it has an individual volume control for each pickup and a master tone. So, jazz bass styled pickups are a little different from what you would call a precision style bass pickup. A precision style bass pickup is a smaller pickup that usually sits right at about the middle, and I'm sure you've all seen them before. You can throw one up on the screen over my face and motion track it. Thank you, Colin. And then also give me little devil horns. And then make me look cute. Okay, so
You think I'm not keeping that all in?
I want that, and I just want big text that says no. I'm sure you are all familiar with that type of pickup. This is something that's a little bit different, but it's equally as important in bass tone. So instead of one pickup that's more of a rock-focused pickup, there are two different pickups which you can blend different tones from. So I've noticed that the bridge pickup is a little bit more nasal, there's a little bit more mid-range, a little bit more focus. It's something that you would hear off of early Motown records. Now the neck pickup has a bigger, fatter, rounder sound, which is going to be really good for sitting in the back of a mix and just kind of swallowing everything else and just feeling really big without getting in the way. And because these pickups have individual volume controls, you can blend the two together so you can get a little bit more cut if you blend in the bridge pickup. Or maybe you want to mellow it out, but you don't want to roll off the tone, so you end up rolling it back a little bit, and you end up getting the perfect amount of articulation versus body, which is something that I really like. So even though you may see these referred to as jazz bass pickups, they are much more versatile than that. You can play pretty much anything on a jazz pickup. I find them to be a much more versatile style of pickup than a traditional precision pickup, so it's really great to see these on this bass. So let me walk through some of the different sounds you can get out of a bass with two pickups and individual volume knobs. So this is the bridge pickup, so this is going to be a little brighter, a little bit more focused. Now I'm going to roll on the neck pickup and we'll play both pickups together. So you'll hear a lot more body came in with that sound, but we still retained the articulation and the attack from the original pickup. Now I'm going to turn off that bridge pickup, and I'm just going to play on the neck pickup. And as you could hear, that was a really big, full, fat sound. Not a whole lot of attack, but a lot of warmth and a lot of width. So there's a lot of different places this can fit in with your mixes at home. Let's say you have a song you're recording which has this really big full guitar section and you're really having trouble getting your bass to pop. You could use something like this, put it on the bridge pickup, and you get just a little bit more cut going into the mix, and it will actually stand out. Alternatively, let's say that you've written a song that has some very sparse guitar parts and you really just want to add some warmth and some depth, but you really don't want a really strong sound from the bass. You just turn up that neck pickup and then maybe turn the tone down just a little bit, and you get this really warm and comfortable sound that's going to float along the bottom of your mix. One of the great things about having this much flexibility in a bass is you can really make it play well with any sort of distortion or overdrive. A lot of times basses can get really muddy in those types of pedals, and you have to either put some EQ before on a pedal board, or you have to spend a lot of time in post working on it. Whereas with this, you can actually dial in the perfect amount of clarity and body at the same time. I'm going to be running through the 1981 Devices Level pedal. It's a very light overdrive, but it's got a little bit of some tone tweaking going on, and I really want to make sure that this bass sounds the best it can through that pedal. So I'm going to start off on the bridge pickup, then I'm going to blend in the neck pickup until I find the right amount of balance between attack and warmth. That sounds a little bit too thin for me. Let's roll up some of that neck pickup. That's getting somewhere. That's a really nice tone. That sounds really good to my ears, and that allows you to blend really well in a mix with a group. So let's spend a little bit more time getting a few different styles and sounds out of this bass. It's a good sound. Yeah, it's a real good sound. So to wrap things up, I think this is a really great option. Whether you are a home studio musician who's looking to add a bass to their setup, or you've been playing bass for a while and you want something a little different and a little more flexible, I think this is a really great option. So definitely take some time and check it out.
So I hope you enjoyed that review of the Michael Kelly Vintage Element 4 bass. As I said at the beginning, I think this is an excellent bass, especially at the price point. I think, as I said, if you get anything less than this, you're probably eventually going to want to upgrade, and you don't necessarily need anything more expensive than this. I think this bass is the perfect fit for most people in most situations. So if you don't already own a bass, I definitely consider this one. And if you already have a bass but you don't have one with these jazz style pickups, I definitely consider this one as well. I'll leave links to all the gear we use in this video down in the description below. No affiliate links. These are just products that I believe in, and I'm adding this bass to that list for sure. And if there's any other gear you want me to review on this channel from Michael Kelly or any other company, let me know in the comments below. And I'd just love to hear what you think of this bass and review style video in general in the comments below. Hope this was helpful. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next week with another video.